I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this? Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
All right. Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to be playing Metaphor ReFantazio. It's a new game coming out in, as of recording this, I mean, 4-ish days. Made by Atlas, same people who made Persona games and all that. Yeah, I'm in for some fun, hopefully. Let's get started. New game. This is the demo version, if that wasn't obvious by the game not being out yet.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Who are you who shall guide the protagonist? I shall make... Is there enough? We'll just go with this. There's not enough characters. What? How many characters is that? 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 characters? Come on. All right. We are Pickle, the guide. What? F, please correct the entry? Wait, is Pickle? There we go. Your name is indeed Pickle. Yeah.
A most unusual name.
I don't know what you mean.
I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
That is an interesting question. Powerless? No, I wouldn't say that exactly. Not always.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe.
Something like that, I think.
I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come. And thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself. So, let this tale begin.
Alright. Ooh, there's a difficulty called Regicide? Well, I mean, I have to pick that one, right? I mean, it's pretty standard for me to... This difficulty can be changed later on. But this one cannot. I mean, yeah. I think I'm obviously gotta pick Regicide, right? I can't select this mode yet. I wonder if in the actual game I'd be able to pick that. I hope it's not like, oh, you have to beat the game first and then you can, you know, you get the cool difficulty. Alright, we'll play on hard instead. Hard it is. Are you ready? Probably not. We'll find out.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead?
Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
What the hell is...
let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Come on, hey, keep it moving. Hurry it up. Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife is. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy.
It's like Kingdom Hearts symbol. It's my Kingdom Hearts fanfic.
Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Unless you want to get stuck like us.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Luis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
Huh? What mission?
What mission?
Oh my god, I speak? This is great.
Come on! This is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Ah, yes, the mission. The important mission.
Think we'll make it?
Oh, okay. You don't look hurt, though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. A vantage point. Yes. Alright, move. Use the movement keys to move. Hold right trigger while moving. Oh, I am playing with a controller. I don't know. Typically, I play these kinds of games with controller. And by these kinds of games, I mean I played Persona with a controller. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll experiment with keyboard and mouse at some point. But for now, controller. Right trigger to dash, B to dodge. Yep, okay. You can perform, and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can also use the minimap to see which way to go. Yes, cool. You can view tutorials you've seen before in the main menu.
Let's go.
Alright. Sprint, yep. We have items, memorandum. Let's look at items. Medicinal herb and medicine. 100 HP and 50 HP. We have a fantasy novel. This is our Kingdom Hearts fan fiction right here. A novel depicting a fantasy world. The cover is faded and the author is unknown. That's not true. It's me, I wrote it. Okay, touring ensemble. Fine traveling clothes originally worn by nobles. Wow. Made with dirt-resistant fabric, whose texture is curious to the touch. And a blossom garment. Nice sturdy clothes made of woven wildflower petals. The technique behind its creation is a secret known only to fairies. And our fairy guide is Gallica? Isn't that like an old video game? We have Legacy Sword, Fairy Saber, / protagonist only. Okay, I'm not gonna read all the descriptions for this stuff. I will look over it. Our shoes give +1 agility, whatever that means. And then you can pause if you'd like to read it. What is a memorandum? Okay, it's like our I don't know, the word doesn't come to me. Glossary? Is that what I'm thinking? I don't know. Tells us what we know. Alright, we've got a bunch of stuff. We'll look at that later. Alright.
Stop!
Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move. Oh.
Watch out!
Yeah, those look especially dangerous. Watch out. I don't think they've noticed us yet, though. Why does it have a mouth coming? It's full-on alien. Left trigger to use phase sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica senses in the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it will show up as unknown. Prepare as best you can.
Okay.
Okay.
They look pretty tough.
Unknown.
Careful now.
Should I fight it? Oops. Out now the controls. Okay.
Your health is getting low. Careful.
That is a little loud. Alright. Okay, we just roll really loudly.
You can't die.
You know,
Don't.
I have a feeling we're not supposed to fight it.
So, fantasy is only fiction, is it?
Considering we did 1 damage and he like 2 hit us.
Okay.
I have a feeling we're not supposed to fight it.
Yikes. I think we're in a little over our heads.
Yeah, with the worms. And with that thing. That's the wrong button. We should
Stay vigilant.
We should probably
These
move.
ones aren't messing around. Look.
And look at that triangle.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
I have no idea.
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
We have a healing spell?
Right.
It's as though music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of Gallicus magic is inspiring. Oh, she has a spell that makes me schizophrenic?
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Might have to turn the sound down just a little bit more.
Look!
Well, let me check. Alright. Hey, look.
Over there!
It's a road, isn't it? I mean, probably. What a relief. Grand Trad? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Grand Trad is already in sight.
Let's go.
Almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of
Got a
sight.
sec?
Uh-huh. Okay, view memorandum. Oh, new memorandum, not view. Magic. Got a bunch of stuff. Music and magic. An unusual variety of magic that causes the listener to become aware of their state of mind through the form of sound and music. As it is a modest form of magic with seemingly no utility on the battlefield, it is considered a meaningless, trifling skill in society and is thus rarely used. That's kind of cool. Gauntlet runner? Oh, that big thing those, I guess they called themselves militia? Rode up on? Often called runners as shorthand, a general term for magic-powered semi-automated vehicles designed for traversing the wastelands and either overcoming or circumventing local wildlife threats and magical phenomena. Traveling the wilds on foot or even in a lightly armed carriage has historically been incredibly dangerous, making any long-distance trips a life-threatening risk. And then Magic Igniters, his fancy stick. Tool that acts as a conduit for magic power, without which people cannot perform magic. To own or use them, one must obtain a permit from the kingdom by passing a test, with some exceptions, such as those serving in the state army. I don't know. Yeah, anyway. Igniters can be costly depending on power and specifications, and purchasing them is akin to buying land or housing. Oh, so that's why they were like, oh, how the hell did they get one? I see. Sancticism is a religion. Maybe we'll,
we're safe here.
We'll read more. There was oh, there's 2 shiny objects.
Watch out!
Oh. That is a lot of things.
No.
Okay.
Looks like they found us.
It's okay, they're stupid.
I don't like this.
I don't know what I'm okay. Can I jump at all? No jumping.
Great find. Keep it.
This music is kind of sick. I like the rambling dudes in the background. Uh-oh, this is bad. Oh, cutscene.
Not good! Run for it!
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Whoa, just look!
Whoa.
That's a weird looking cloud.
Get on with it then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you.
Was I robbed?
Careful!
Hurry!
Do I still have my money? I thought they took it all.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even. The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Plomars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Dopey.
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best. The saint could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt his highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed his highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Uh-huh.
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers.
All right. Or some sort of
So?
spy? Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask me for advice. What to know in town? Press RB to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing Y. Gallica always has good ideas, or so she thinks. Press up in safe areas like towns to save your progress.
Whatever will I
All right,
do?
Cool, cool, cool. We'll get a save in real quick. Save complete.
Let's go see.
We don't have time for detours right now. If you're lost, check your map. Just go straight down Main Street and you should find the recruitment center.
All right then.
Okay. Ooh, sprint. Shitty woman. You have character art. Does everybody? Surely not. And I can't talk to you again. This is definitely going to be an important character later on. I can feel it.
Simply amazing.
Look over there, you can see the royal palace. Oh wait, that's not right. That's where the Grand Cathedral is. At least I assume so, since it's off the main street.
And what is it?
Seems to me sanctism is the really privileged thing around here, even more so than the monarchy. That's the cathedral? Wait, the big triangle pyramid thing? Caltrip? Or is it that? I'm gonna assume it's the giant thing. This is clearly also going to be an important character, probably.
So you?
Yeah, they have character art too. And Elda, huh? Pretty unusual in these parts. I'm not trying to be rude, just mind yourself. And this city ain't the friendliest to us inferiors. Inferiors, huh? Does that bother you? I'm fine. Papyrus tribe or not, I can knock those fools 6 ways from Idol's Day. Interesting. Do we have... Oh, here we go. The tribes. Elda tribe. The 9th tribe, distinct from the commonly known 8 tribes. Okay. So there's 8 tribes, and also a 9th one. But we don't really count the 9th one. Okay. Sure. They are condemned by the Sanctus Church for inheriting a dangerous magic heretical to the teachings of the Church. Their population is so small that that to even see one in public is rare, and they face greater discrimination than any other tribe. In fact, many outside the main cities don't believe they exist. Okay. Each of the 8 tribes possess unique physical traits, making them recognizable at a glance, such as the Clemar's horns or the... I don't know how to say that word. I'm not even going to try it. The elves, right? The long-eared people. The Elder tribe, however, bears no such distinguishing feature, and thus are regarded as inferior beings. So, they are basically humans? Okay. The Clemar tribe? The Clemar tribe composes the largest population in all the allied kingdoms. Their most distinctive features are the horns, which grow on both sides of their head. Clemars have a broad diversity of facial and body types, which has essentially made them average. The most I don't know where Ukrainian, I think. There's so many weird words today. Ukrainian, we'll say Ukrainian. Royal family are Clemar, and members of this tribe hold a majority of important positions within the government, leading many Clemars to internalize the belief that they are the kingdom's most preeminent tribe. Clemars value freedom and dislike illogical restraint. Wow. I cannot speak at all. Okay, let's... Okay, they enjoy cultivating discussion, but do not always consider the situation or appropriateness of doing so, which occasionally leads to conflict. However, some studies suggest this disposition is what drives them to seek governmental positions and other important offices. Okay, the Rus, the Elves. One of the most populous tribes of the United Kingdoms. The UK! Okay, second only to the Clemar. Long, pointed ears are their most distinguishing feature. They often boast excellent physiques, which has given them superior martial prowess. Elven women, I'm not even gonna, until I hear a character in-game say that word, I'm not even gonna try it, are stronger than most men of other tribes. Many inevitably work in the military and often hold key offices. They are considered as influential as the Clemar, and the 2 tribes are sometimes called the prevailing tribes. Many pride themselves on outperforming others in strength. While this can be perceived as a self-disciplined competitiveness, on the flip side, there are many with a belligerent temperament, obsessed with proving superiority in any situation. Interesting. So, elves in this world aren't the stereotypical, Dexy sort of archetype. That is very common. Instead, they're strong. That's cool. All right. Parapus tribe. a tribe recognizable by bestial ears and a tail. There are many variations in hair and skin colors, including cold-colored skin not seen in other tribes. I don't know what that means. Cold-colored skin? Like blue? Blue's cold, right? They are physically adept and often honest with their emotions, giving them a reputation for hedonism, for better or for worse. Oh, I read that completely wrong. A reputation for hedonism, for better or for worse. They are drawn to parties and festivities, and while this happy-go-lucky charm is often to their credit, it can also be seen as recklessness. Due to this stereotype, they are looked down upon by other tribes, which prevents them from securing a foothold in politics despite being nearly as populous as the Elf and Clamar tribes. The discrimination against them is especially obvious in large cities. Okay. So, interesting. Then the Prince of Uchronia. Maybe we'll read that later. Alright.
Damn. An elder? Here?
Yeah. An elder here. That's me.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.